probably as good as it gets in National League Speedway.
Well, it's another warm welcome here from the island as you join us for the 2019 Speedway Volunteers Best Pairs. 12 riders are on show tonight, including 6 of the current Warriors, Georgie Wood being ill, so his place is taken by Leon Flint, the GB Youth International rider. Scott Campos and Richard Andrews are going to be keen to retain their title they won last year. News has come in that Shaun Tedham is stuck on the mainland, so Morgan Williams, the island-based wizard rider, comes in to take his place, whilst former Warriors Ryan Terry-Daley and Connor Coles also come in to ride on the small brick shell once again. And with teenage sensation Jason Edwards also riding in the event, we are set fair for a fantastic evening of racing here on the island. So let's head into the pits and have a word with one or two of the team managers and their riders before we hand over to Rob Dyer on the centre green for the presentation of the riders before racing commences in this year's Best Pairs. Okay, joining us in the pits before tonight's meeting here, we've got Mark Cooper, who's the team manager of the Surrey Sliders tonight. Welcome to the island, Mark.
Thank you very much. Good
regular
to be back.
Poster and supporter on Facebook of the Whiteley Warriors.
I am, and regular visitor when I can be, which is most weeks at the moment. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Now tonight, team manager for your team. Are you looking forward to it?
I am, very much so. The amount of influence I can have remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But definitely my wholehearted support. And who knows whether I can...
Okay.
I'm sure I can add something. Yeah.
Well, talking to your team, we've got Ryan, Terry-Daley and Danno as they join us here. Surrey Sliders, first of all, Danno. You looking forward to this on your home turf?
Always. I love every meeting I do here and, just try and score as many points as I can, as always.
Now, you've got quite a balanced side. Looking down the sides, some of them have got like a top rider, if you like, and then reserve, but you're very, very balanced. So with the scoring system being 4-3-2-0, it's important not to get last places, hey? Exactly,
and I think between me and Ryan, we're evenly matched, so we're quite strong in that department. So I reckon we can go all the way.
Do well. Okay, Ryan, great to see you back on the island here. We enjoyed your time with us, but now gone off to Leicester.
Yeah.
Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Everyone seems to be good as gold, so just see how we go. Should be a good meeting. I got second with Jason last year, so hopefully me and Danno can better it. Hopefully.
One better. Well, you're in, like I said, good position for that tonight with looking down the field here. And of course, only 6 teams, 2 semi-finals, so you've only got to beat 2 teams to be in those semi-finals, and from there on, it's pretty much just starts again, doesn't it?
Well, it's like you said, no last places, and then second and third's as much as first and last, so...
Well, Mark looks like he's pretty jolly chap tonight, so I think he's going to keep you smiling.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you made a really good point there between them, that I had a choice of pairs when I decided to sponsor one, and... yeah, I chose this one for that because I say middle order, if we can consistently, wins would be nice as well. But it's that 4-3-2 scoring I think gives us a real chance. So we're going to go for it.
Well, let's see. Let's have a great night at Speedway. Stay safe, boys. Ride fast, as we always say. And Mark, enjoy every minute of it, mate.
Will do indeed. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We're joined now by Lorraine and Emma, the 3 Amigos. Let's make that 2 Amigos. You one down. What's happened?
She bowed out at the last minute.
Oh, no. She knew that you were going to have to do an interview. That was it, isn't it? Okay, looking forward to tonight. Now, you've a bit of experience from you 2 girls before. You've been here 2017 and you took over management of a team then. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, really good night. Always a good night on the island.
Well, you must have done because you're back again for another instalment tonight. Now, tonight you've got Ben, the Warriors number 5, and you've also got Connor as well. So we're going to bring the boys in and have a word with the boys. There we are. Over to Ben first of all. Ben, big meeting tonight. Lots and lots of pressure on you. I'm only joking. We're going to have some fun tonight, hey?
Yeah, mate, it's a good meeting to be a part of, and Barry, he comes up with some wonderful ideas, and yeah, it's another one of them.
Now, we spoke earlier on with another team that it's all about avoiding the last place tonight, because you don't get nothing for coming last, but you get 2 points for coming third. So second and third is better than a win and a last. So Bit of team riding tonight, do you think, lads?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we set up Connor's clutch now, so we'll be trapping.
Oh, really? Let's see if we can pass that microphone over to Connor here. Connor loves his interviews here. Connor, we just seen you working in the pits there, changing the clutch. Not happy with the other one?
I took all the plates out just to change them, but I had to change more than I thought I was going to have to change. So
You got John Carpenter in your pit crew tonight.
John and Ben and help me sort it all out. So hopefully that'll trap this time.
Good stuff. You out for this tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Don't want no more last places.
That's it. Have you seen any of the videos from the previous years of this? Do you know what you're getting involved with tonight?
No, I don't have a clue about what's going to happen. I'm just going to go out there and trap and win.
There you go. That's what you girls want, isn't it? We're just going to hand over to Emma here in the middle. Emma absolutely loves being interviewed, as we know. Emma, welcome back as well. And the boys are talking the game here. They're ready to go. So looks like you're going to be in with a good shout tonight.
Yeah, I hope so.
In it to win it.
In it to win it.
In it to win it. All right, good stuff. You're going to be wearing your hats and centre green?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Hats, moustaches, lots of colour tonight. We're having good fun here on the island. Have a good night. Stay safe, boys. Ride fast and enjoy yourself. Okay, we're joined by the GB Under-21 Speedway team rider, Leon Flint, and, of course, team manager, you've got Neil Vatcher. Great to see you guys. What a night up at Bellevue. And silver medal around your neck. Bet you enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a great experience for me and the boys. If I'm correct, it was our best attempt at it, and hopefully we can only go upwards.
Did you feel extra pressure on that night when you were coming up to the tapes for your first ride?
Not really. I love racing for my country, and with that big of a crowd and stuff like that, I felt more relaxed. I know it sounds silly, but I just felt where this is where I should be and this is where I want to be.
I bet it was a bit of an experience when you all sat down, you were giving your Kevlars.
Yeah, it was, there was a few laughs and jokes with it, but, it's great that we're getting treated, nearly the same as the seniors, and, hopefully this is a good sign for British young speedway.
That's it. Well, it's fantastic that they're all getting behind you, and it's a lot more professional now, and it's helping. And part of that, of course, is to do with Neil. Neil, you're doing a great job with the juniors there. Must be very, very proud of them.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like Leon said, it was a massive achievement. It's a great night for us all. In fairness, we probably went there to try and claim a medal in like a world final against the three top nations. And to come out with a silver to beat Denmark and Australia was absolutely fantastic. To have a team, 5 team members of, obviously Robert and Dan, and then Cole's 17 and Leon and Drew's only 16 years old. Again, like Leon said, that bodes well for the future, and we'll keep working hard and try and get some more medals.
And it must be great to see, like, they come into the National League last year on like 2-point averages, 3-point averages, and now a year later they're racing in the meetings like this and also doing so well in the Championship and the National League. It really is continuing for them.
Yeah, like I think for all the young guys coming into the National League now, it shows them, like Leon rode in the British Youth Championship last season and Drew only 2 years ago. So it shows those guys, if they work hard and what is achievable. And I personally believe in the young guys, and that was proven Friday night by having such a young team and yet still coming out with a silver medal.
Excellent. I do think you've had the Kevlars, you're all in the kit. There's one thing missing, and that's the hat that you sported up there. What do we reckon for the Team GB to be wearing those hats?
I didn't have any Kevlars.
Oh, okay. Look, absolutely brilliant job there. Well done. The countries are behind you, and Leon, we look forward to many more races like that in the future.
Yeah, hopefully more to come.
All right, well, for tonight, enjoy yourself and ride safe, ride fast.
Cheers, thank you.
Trophy and glory and all the rest of it. Yeah, for God's sake, don't let the London Loonies win again. At the end of it.
It's like a James Bond.
I'm not like going on holiday.
Really?
Starting off with the first pair this evening, the Surrey Sliders and their team manager, Mark Cooper. They're followed down by the second team on the programme this evening, the Stamford Bridge Renegades, with team managers Pete Barrett, Craig Williams and Steve Surrey. Third pairing tonight is great welcome back to the Wight Spitfires with their team manager Vanessa Wilson and Lucy Wilson. And you're going to love the outfits that are sported by the next pairing tonight, the Three Amigos, with Emma Stevens and Lorraine McKellen. We move on to a warrior pairing. It's Keane's Warriors, team manager Andrew Keane. And last but by no means least, the defending champions. They won the title here last year. Unfortunately, one of the team managers, Colin Whitlock, is unable to be with us, but in his stead is Sarah Elliott and the London Loonies. Lovely, lovely. Well done, kids. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get going tonight, there's a presentation to be made. And as you know, here on the island, once a month, we have our Junior Rider of the Month. And the nominations are in. And this time, the Junior Rider of the Month. And I'm sure you've got a fantastic welcome to 16-year-old Dan Lee. Dan's come up, and Jane Harvey, who is our main sponsor for this part of the meeting, will give Dan his award and embarrass him with a big kiss. So there's Dan. Fantastic on the 500, getting better and better week on week at My First Skid. And if you want to have a go on a speedway bike, well, My First Skid is the place to go. Tonight we have the pairs meeting, and first up it's time to meet the duo who are going to be representing the Surrey Sliders. It is coming back Ryan Terry-Daley, his partner Danno Verge. And Mark Cooper is the man with the fist of iron keeping control of that dynamic duo.
They can do photos, that's what.
Come on, guys, nice and tight together, please. Our second pair tonight sees a return to the island for a man who seems to be here almost every week. He's the up-and-comer, the man with the mostest. It's Jason Edwards. His partner tonight is Shaun Tedham when he arrives, but standing in just for the time being, Morgan Williams. Pete Barrett, Craig Williams and Steve Surrey doing the management honours there.
Get you together again. Come on, guys. Nice and tight together, please.
Our next pairing, the Wight Spitfires, under the management of the Wilson family. And ladies and gentlemen, please give an amazing welcome to the man who actually won the 4-team tournament for the Stoke Potters on Saturday by the width of a wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Connor Coles. Connor's partner, your own, Widders the Warrior, Chris Widman.
Oh, we need a bottle as well.
Now to the Amigos, and I noticed the ladies have shaved off their moustaches for the parade, which is a little bit of a shame, really. But fantastic outfits, and I'm sure it befits some fantastic racing to come. It's the pairing of Ben Morley and Connor King, with Emma and Lorraine looking after those boys. We move to Keane's Warriors, and Andrew Keane, the team manager, has got the young international rider Leon Flint and our own Chad Wirtzfeld as his duo to look after tonight. And the London Loonies are the last pairing tonight with Sarah Elliott at the helm. Will you welcome, please, our own Scott Campos and the ever-pressing Richard Andrews.
Come on, don't be shy. Smile.
So there we are. Those are your 6 pairs tonight. They all take 5 rides. Total up the scores. Remember, on the 4-3-2-0 scoring method tonight. We then go to 2 semi-finals and 1 grand final. Heat number 18 at the end of the evening. Magnificent support from you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for your attendance this evening. We'll just let the boys do a quick lap.
So as the riders do some practice starts, let's focus on the fact that tonight it is the Speedway Volunteers Best Pairs. Now, it's got to be said that if it wasn't for the input of the volunteers both up and down the country at every club, the sport simply would not take place in this country. Here on the island, we are very lucky and appreciative of all the volunteers that help us out down here, from the track rakers to the guys that turn up first thing in the morning that are working on the track, to the guys in the retreat and the track shop, to all of the Speedway volunteers here on the island. We salute you. All focus is now directed back to the track as we see the start of racing action tonight with heat number 1. The lineup looks like this. In gate number 1 in red is Ryan Terry-Daley, his partner in blue, gate 3, Danno Verge, and they're both riding for the Surrey Sliders. In gate number 2 in white is Jason Edwards, his partner on the outside, Morgan Williams coming in to replace Shaun Tedham, he's going to be in yellow, and they are riding for the Stamford Bridge Renegades. Let's take a look at the parents here tonight. Ryan and Danno, very even riders there, a nice balance in their team. And of course, Jason Edwards being partnered with Morgan as well. And Morgan, he's doing fantastic. Only started Speedway a couple of years ago, rides for the Wizards. This is a great opportunity for him to come to the tapes with such seasoned riders in the National League. So here we are, all eyes on the tapes. And we'll await the thumbs up, there it is. And the tapes go up, the meeting's underway. Great start from Jason Edwards in gate 2 there. Danno Verge right behind him, riding middle track, which is a bit unusual at the beginning of the meeting here. But as they go down into the bottom 2 turns, it's Jason Edwards leading Danno Verge, closely followed by his partner Ryan Terry-Daley, with Morgan bringing up the rear as well. But out front, Jason Edwards, well, what can we say about this lad? He is ultra professional, very fast, and he's got a big career ahead of him in this sport as well. He's always smiling when he comes to the island. He loves it over here, and he certainly enjoys riding this track. Danno Verge, second place. He's having his best season of his career so far for the Warriors this year, but he just can't make up any ground on Jason Edwards, who is flying out there in front. Ryan Terry-Daley, of course, away back in 3rd place, and as you can see, the riders starting to spread out a bit in this first heat here on the island. It's been a very, very warm day, a lot of water going down on the track, and so far the dust isn't seeming to kick up too much, so that's a good sign for the rest of the meeting. So, as he comes across the line, Jason Edwards wins heat 1, followed by Danno Verge, Ryan Terry-Daley in 3rd, and Morgan Williams bringing up the rear in 4th place. Got to mention, of course, that the scoring system for tonight's meeting is different. You get 4 points for a win, 3 points for 2nd place, 2 for 3rd, and nothing for 4th place. So whilst you could be winning the heat, if your partner is at the back and your opponents are in 2nd and 3rd place, they're going to pick up more points than you are with your team after winning the race. So very important for the teams to stick together and the riders to look out for each other and get consistent, solid scoring and keep away from those last places. Jason, though, he won the heat, popping wheelies for fun here, or trying to at least, as he goes down the back straight. 3 current Warriors, along with a former Warrior on the inside, make up the lineup for heat number 2, which sees Connor Coles on the inside in red, and his partner in blue off gate number 3 is Chris Widman. Off gate number 2 in white is Ben Morley, and his partner on the outside gate in yellow, the young Connor King. So a good lineup for heat number 2 here, with Connor Coles and Chris Widman representing the Wight Spitfires, and Ben Morley and Connor King, the Three Amigos, as we heard from them earlier on, with their very colourful and expressive team managers Lorraine and Emma. Heat 1 saw a great start off of gate 2, so let's see if Ben Morley can capitalise on that also. However, he's got Connor Coles on the inside of him. Connor's a very fast starter. Let's see how this one's going to pan out. Thumbs up. Tapes are up, and it is Connor King on the outside. There's a surprise for us. And he's got his partner with him on the inside, Ben Morley, taking a look on his right and his left and his right again. He knows how important it is to look after your partner. Connor Coles on the inside, putting Connor King under pressure there. He comes underneath him to take second place as they go down the home straight. Okay, so we got Ben Morley out in front, Connor Coles in second place. In third place, Connor King, and Chris Widman bringing up the rear at the back there. So, as is pretty usual standard here this year, Ben Morley is flying out front there. You can see his style. He is the captain of the Warriors in 2019. However, Connor Coles is keeping him honest. He is racing him here, so Ben's got to keep all his wits about him. Connor knows every inch of this track, having ridden for the Warriors in 2017, and he is a fast charger. So Ben out front, he's got to keep that going. Where is Connor King, his partner, though? He is still in third place. So as it stands at the moment, we've got a heat advantage here to the Three Amigos if Ben can hold on as they go over the line. Yes, it is Ben Morley in first place. In second place, Connor Coles. And in third place, we have Connor King. So, a heat advantage then to the Three Amigos, taking 6 points. And the Wight Spitfires taking 3 points as we take a look back at the start there. What a start from Connor King on the outside. We saw in last week's nice meeting that the outside gates were favourable, so that seems to be continuing here. There we are, the Warriors captain Ben Morley leading from the front there, with Connor Coles in close pursuit. So Ben Morley taking the win then for the Three Amigos. They have 6 points. Ben doing it in style with his fastest time around the Small Brook Shell this season. So the Warriors captain in fine form, which bodes well for their team during the rest of the meeting.
And in third, the yellow helmet, Connor King, and a third place for him.
Moving on to heat number 3 then sees Leon Flint on the inside gate there. Leon's having a great time at the moment, representing the country in the under-21 team finals, of course, recently. He's going off gate 1 in red. His partner off 3 in blue is Chad Wirtzfeld. Scott Campos in white off gate 2, and his partner Richard Andrews off gate 4 in yellow. Richard and Scott, of course, winning last year's Best Pairs. They are a very, very solid team, and they certainly know how best to defend their title. They know that second and third places, if they can stick together, that'll get them into the semis and will put the trophy back in their vans as they race away tonight from the island. So, important to keep away from last places. Chad Wirtzfeld there on gate 3, having a great season there. He's moved up into the main body of the Warriors team. Tapes away they go. It's a good start for Richard on the outside, and Scott as well, his partner Chad in the mix, but Scott pulls away. He has a little look over his right shoulder and sees his partner Richard Andrews is right with him, so Scott is now pulled away. Chad doing his best there. Leon Flint made a bit of a howler of a start there. He's right at the back, which is a bit unusual and not what the form would suggest. However, he's now starting to get the liking of the track, and he's right on the back of Richard Andrews, as we can see there. So Leon attempted to go up high there, use that banking. Scott slowing the race up a little bit. He's there to help his partner, Richard Andrews. Leon is all over the back at him. Look at these different lines. He's really hanging off the bike, trying to get as much traction. He's very close out there. Going into bend 3, right the way around the outside. The boards here. Slightly overcooks it, but Richard is... Oh, it's very close. Oh, I thought he was going to get him there, but he didn't. Richard's still holding his nerve. Leon is going for it. This is turning out to be a fantastic race. Leon, a real racer. He has not given up. And kudos to Richard here. He's held his nerve and he's held his line. And there we go. What a start for the defending champions. The winner of heat number 3 there, Scott Campos, with his team mate there in second, Richard Andrews. And the very good effort there in third place from Leon Flint as well. So the London Loonies, what a start to their evening with a full 7 points, and that takes them into the lead. Let's take a look at the start again here. Richard at the beginning there seemed to make the jump, but no. Chad, oh, very, very close there. Very close racing from Chad. He's really getting in the mix, which is great. And look at this move here. I thought he was going to take Richard here, but no, he just couldn't get his wheels in line, and it slowed him down coming off that straight. So there we are. There's your winner of heat number 3. He's going to be happy with that. Scott Campos, as he makes his way around. Oh, he's going to get a bit wet there by the track waterers, if you want to call it that. It's a little wave. There we go. The thumbs up for Bruce, our cameraman, on bend 2. And off he goes down the back straight. Great win. So moving along then to heat number 4. We see coming out in gate number 1 in blue is Chris Widman. His partner in red off of gate number 3 is Connor Coles. Gate number 2, Danno Verge in yellow, and Ryan Terry-Daley on the outside in white as well. When he turns up to the tapes, he's a little late here. Connor Coles having a look round saying, "Where are you, mate? You're supposed to be here." But that won't bother him too much, because then he's only got to worry about the one rider. So interesting race this. We've said earlier on about the pairing of Ryan and Danno being quite equal in their partnerships there. But equally, Chris Widman on that inside gate, if he can pop out, he can be in the mix. And we know that Connor Coles looked very fast in his first ride as well. So riders up to the tapes. Starter marshal's ready, he's happy. And he walks away. And off we go. It's Ryan Terry-Daley on the outside. Another surprise here. We've got a lot of surprises sprung up in these early heats here. Connor Coles right up behind him. And you can bet your life that Ryan is going to need to keep all of his wits about him. Eyes in the back of his head, if you like, as he goes down the home straight here. So we've got Ryan Terry-Daley in front. Connor Coles chasing hard in second place. Chris Widman in third place. And Danno Verge at the back. So at the moment, Ryan Terry-Daley may be getting 4 points and win if he holds on to that. But with his partner at the back, Chris Widman and Connor Coles in second and third are going to walk away with more points from this heat. But Connor's not done yet. He's not just happy to sit there in second, he wants to win. So Ryan out front there. Connor Coles going out wide, but I think he's lost a bit of ground there on Ryan. He's going to struggle to pull that back now. Into the last lap then. Ryan looking pretty solid in this one and fast as well. Chris Widman holding off Danno Verge at the back. Like I said earlier on, it's very important to make sure that you do not finish in last place. You don't get any points whatsoever. That's going to be a disappointment for Danno there as he comes across the line. So, once again, let's go through the winner of the heat here. Ryan Terry-Daley out the front for the Surrey Sliders. In second place, Connor Coles. Third place is Chris Widman and Danno Verge at the back. Let's take a look here at a little slow-mo of Ryan and Connor in action, going around bends 1 and 2. Chris Widman in the back there, he'll be happy that he's got in the point scoring position there. And Ryan, of course, coming back to the island after spending the first part of the season with the Warriors.
71.8. Second place in red went to Connor Coles for the Wight Spitfires. He was backed up by his partner in blue, Chris Widman. So your full lineup top to tail, riding in red.
Heat number 5 next then. We can see Jason Edwards is coming out and his partner there in the background, Morgan Williams. Maybe a few problems with the bike, just checking that out. Lineup then sees in blue off of gate 1, Richard Andrews and his partner Scott Campos in gate 3 in red for the London Loonies. Morgan will come into gate 2 in yellow, and of course the fast starting Jason Edwards on the outside in white, representing the Stamford Bridge Renegades. There's a bit of a name for you. Okay, Morgan Williams there in gate 2. Well, what can we say about Morgan? A wizard rider, never ridden Speedway up until a couple of years ago. He came along to the first meeting when the Speedway returned here to the island, got the bug, got a bike, and he's been at the My First Skid training school ever since. He's been riding for the Wizards, and he's always been the reserve, and he's ready to come up to the tapes whenever he is asked. So, here we go, heat number 5. The riders are ready. Marshall's happy, walks away. Referee lets the tapes go. And as probably expected, Jason Edwards there making a great gate off of gate 4. And Scott Campos there just tucked in behind him with his partner there, Richard Andrews, in third place. Now at this point, they're probably going to think we are going to let Jason go. If they could have made the drop on him and could have got in front of him, they would have done. Now that he's made that, rather than try and chase him, they're going to compact and they're going to stay in second and third, keep it nice and steady and gain the points, because they know, as well as Jason's being at the front with Morgan at the back, they will end up with more points than that team during this heat. I do believe Morgan has had a full and he's just picked himself up and carried on as well. Just out of shot, you can see him at the top there. So Jason Edwards racing away at the front here. He's got this one pretty much in the bag. Very comfortable, very fast, as we said earlier on, as he goes in for the last lap. Now, there's his partner, Morgan Williams, just in front of him. Jason takes a look now. He is aware that he is going to overtake and pass and lap his partner. He does not want to do that. So he's keeping his eye on Scott Campos and Richard behind him just to make sure that he can cruise over the line, doesn't overtake his partner, takes the win for the team. Another heat win for Jason Edwards in Heat 5. And in second place, Scott Campos. Third place, Richard Andrews. And a great effort at the back there for Morgan Williams, picking himself up from the shell and continuing. Of course, there's a lovely slow-mo of Jason Edwards there out front as he takes a little look around. Yes, Jason, you've got a bit of time there. I said earlier on, he likes his wheelies. This time, though, he's just going past the crowd. Very appreciative, very interactive with his crowd, social media, his website. He really does appreciate his sponsors, and the crowd has plenty of time to stand and chat with him, sign the autographs. A great guy for the sport on and off track.
With Morgan Williams, and the referee would like to congratulate
Okay, we see the Three Amigos team versus Keen's Warriors. Well, of course, with Georgie Wood out and Leon Flint coming in, not quite Warriors through and through, but we'll see. Heat number 6 then, gate 1 is the Warriors, Connor King on the inside. Ben Morley, gate 3 is his partner in red. Chad Wirtzfeld comes back out in gate 2 in yellow, and his partner Leon Flint on the outside in white. Leon there taking his time to come up to the tapes. Now he's not ready, now Ben's going back. There is sometimes some gamesmanship going on at these tapes. They're very aware not only of what they need to do to prepare for the racing, but also they kind of want to put off their opponents either side of them as well. As we see there, Leon's not going to be pressured into starting, but there comes a time when they've all got to get out to the tapes. That time is now. Referee's there, puts his finger on the button, releases it, and off we go. And it's fast starts there, but Leon's got the drop ahead of Ben Morley. We're going to see these two go off into the distance, I think. Yep, there we go. 2 races in one now. Connor King at the back, putting pressure on Chad Wirtzfeld. And at the front there, Leon on the high line. Ben is sticking to the inside. Connor King looking on the outside to go around Chad. Is he going to pull that off? No. So it looks like Leon down the back straight has got a little bit more distance between him and Ben, but Connor there very, very high, and he slides off. Connor King, great effort at the back there, but just couldn't hold on to it, and he slides off. So that takes the pressure completely away from Chad. I think Ben's had a look round there, sees what happens, and knows that he can let Leon go for the win. He can sit back and just make a steady pace during this race with Chad there, and they know they're going to win and walk away with 5 points to Leon's 4. So Leon Flint, as we said earlier on, representing his country in the under-21 team finals the other day that was streamed live on YouTube by the FIM. He enjoyed that. He's got his medal. We spoke to him earlier on, but from the World Under-21 to Heat 6 winner here for the Keen's Warriors, Leon Flint. In second place, Ben Morley, as we see a slow-mo of Connor King's slide off there. And of course in third place is Chad Wirtzfeld. A couple of angles here. All's okay. No problems with that. Leon pops a wheelie there. Look at that. Turn the wheel there. Well in control of that bike. He's an absolute great character. I've interviewed him many, many times. Always got time for an interview. Always got a smile on his face. He enjoys his speedway. Look at this. There we go. Got to take a bit of nerve to do that. It's great to see some wheeling on the island. Okay, the reigning champions coming back out again then, the London Loonies, this time against the Wight Spitfires in heat number 7. So Scott Campos takes the inside gate, gate number 1 in red this time, with Richard taking 3 in blue, Chris Widman off 2 in yellow, and of course his partner on the outside, Connor Coles, in white. Now, if the teams have been talking in the pits before this one, then what they're really going to be talking about is staying away from 4th position. you don't get any points for fourth. You get 4 points for first, but if you come in second and third, you're going to come away the team with 5 points. So it doesn't really benefit you if one of you goes off into the distance if your partner is at the back. So they've got to be talking to each other. They've got to try and team ride and help each other around. It's going to be at the benefit of the team. So riders into the tapes then, ready for the start of heat number 7. And we're off. Scott Campos on the inside, lifting a bit. Connor making a great start off the outside gate there. Richard Andrews this time into second place. And Chris Widman, unfortunately, is at the back there. He's going to find it very difficult to get round Richard Andrews on this track. He's a very fast rider and enjoys this track very much. So he's going to have to work very hard. In fact, it isn't Richard Andrews. He's in second there. It's Scott Campos in third. So perhaps an even harder task for Chris Widman to work his way around Scott there, because Scott likes a high line, often bend forward, and as we see, he's now put a bit of distance between him and Chris. So once again, it's Richard Andrews in second with his partner for the London Loonies in third. They're going to walk away with 5 points if things stay the same. Whilst Connor King here right out front, very fast indeed, a great start. He's having a great season actually. He's getting some really good scores now, consistent, but he's getting quicker. So it's great to see Connor having a great season behind him so far. As he comes off the last bend here, he comes home, he wins the heat. Connor Coles in second place. We have Richard Andrews, third place for Scott Campos, and Chris Widman there coming in fourth place. Let's have a little look down the scores of that one then. The London Loonies taking another 5 points away. The Wight Spitfires, only the 4 points out front, nothing for one at the back from Chris. So 4 points for the Wight Spitfires.
Representing the Wight Spitfires is Connor Coles.
Connor, of course, got his father Mike in his pit crew. Michael Coles, big legend over at Exeter Speedway back in the day, and he's bringing all of that experience to help his son do well on track, and that certainly seems to be working for the pair, Connor and Michael, as the season progresses.
Progressively, the Loonies move up to 17 and the Spitfires to 12. Winning time.
It's the Surrey Sliders versus the Three Amigos then in heat number 8. On the inside gate, Ryan Terry-Daley takes red, gate 1, Danno Verge in blue and gate 3. Then we got Connor King in gate 2 in yellow, and his partner on the outside, Ben Morley. He's got white helmet colour on the outside gate. So let's see if Ben Morley can make a very fast start again, or is Ryan Terry-Daley going to pop out? He got that win in his last ride. That's going to keep him buoyant. He's going to be well up for this. And Connor King, after that slide off, he was showing great promise trying to get round Chad earlier on. He's starting to use that outside line. He's looking for it. If he can make it stick, he's going to find a lot more speed that will hopefully slingshot him around the other riders. So let's see what's going to happen in this one. Heat number 7. And they are away. A very fast start once again on the outside from Ben Morley. He's in great form. Connor King there in second place. Danno going right the way around the outside of him, but great for Connor. He's starting very well tonight. Connor's coming back on him on the inside. Danno didn't look like he was ready for that one, but he has managed to pull away from him a bit there. Great racing from Connor here. He is really in the mix. A little bit wide on the second turn there, but he's chasing after Danno here down the back straight. Look, he's not giving up. He's starting to find some speed going into that bottom turn, trying to make up that ground on Danno Verge. Seems to pull away a little bit there, Danno, but yeah, Connor, as I thought, he's coming back. He's got good speed going into the corners. He's just got to try and hold it there. Ben way out in front in the distance. I think he's got this one wrapped up, all being well. So really, the battle is on for second place here, but the Three Amigos here are sat on 6 points if things carry on as they are. Ryan Terry-Daley at the back here. Bit of a surprise there. After winning his last race, he did not want to come last in this one, so he won't be very happy. But this man's happy. He's passed. He's over the line. Here's Ben Morley, your winner of heat number 8. Second place, Danno Verge. Third place, Connor King, who comes in with a very respectable 2 points there, which takes the Three Amigos, gives them 6 points from the race, and Danno Verge for his team brings in 3 points as we take a slow-mo look here at the start there. What a great gate from Ben, and of course Connor with him as well. Very stylish rider here, Ben. A seasoned performer in this league. Still got youth on his side as well. So old head, young shoulders, but he's a fast racer. And of course he leads the Warriors around this track every week. When he joined the island, many people said he was a small track rider, but he's certainly proven them wrong here. The Isle of Wight, of course, 385 metres, one of the biggest in the UK. Okay, let's head over into the pits, have a word with one or two of the riders.
Okay, just before the Jason goes out for his next heat, 2 wins so far. Jason's going well for you.
Yeah, going well so far. It's just a shame Shaun hasn't turned up yet because it's kind of like a one-man band at the moment. But yeah, just keep plodding away. If I win all my heats, you never know, might be able to scrape in. So, and it gives Morgan a good experience. So yeah, it's just a fun little meeting.
Zachy, you're looking very, very fast out there. Bodes well for your new position in the championship as well with Eastbourne.
Yeah, that should be a really good experience. Just like I say, just get as much experience as I can, and yeah, just do it 100%.
All right, stay safe, mate.
Thank you.
That's good, mate. Really good.
Hopefully it ain't gonna be as wet.
Connor, what a ride that was. I know you didn't quite get him, but wow, you're showing some fight out there tonight.
Yeah, getting closer and closer. I've just got to change little things, and then hopefully I'll get a couple of seconds or maybe even a first, hopefully. Fingers
Great
crossed.
to see you going down the back straight. You certainly got some speed going into that 3 and 4, so you must be feeling more confident going in there and going out wide.
Yeah, definitely. When I went wide the first time, they've just watered it, so it kind of caught me out a little bit and I come off, but that one was a lot better. I didn't go as wide, so keep learning.
It's great to see you try, and thanks ever so much, Connor. Keep it up, mate.
Yeah, mate, cheers.
All right there. How you doing, my hagger?
Pulling some wheelies for us tonight.
What?
Pulling some wheelies down the back straight for us.
Oh, all the time, all the time.
And it's not. You know, the bike's difficult to ride, so you get 4 rides of.
Look at that, Gary Andrews and Scott Campos feeling the love in the pits tonight. They're doing well for the London Loonies tonight. Gary, of course, Richard Andrews' father, in his pit crew tonight, helping Scott also. And they're sat in a good position to get themselves into the semi-finals. Heat number 9, gate 1, Jason Edwards in red. Morgan Williams, his partner, in blue off of gate number 3. Chad Wirtzfeld once again in gate number 2 in yellow. Leon Flint on the fast outside gate. Gate 4 has been key tonight for making fast starts, and he's going to certainly need them with Jason Edwards in gate 3 right next to him. So I think for this one all eyes are going to be, oh hang on a second, no, we've got a bit of a change here. We've swapped them around. We've got Jason now going off of gate number 1 and Morgan going off of gate number 3, so it's all changed here. I'm glad that the referee knows what he's doing, because we're just going with it. We're going with the flow here. Here we go then, heat number 9. Away they go. Chad Wirtzfeld there looking very tense. I almost thought he was going to go a little bit early there, but no. Right the way from the outside we see Leon Flint scoot around them, and of course he's being followed by Jason Edwards as well. Now Jason's going to have to really pick his lines well now. He has been racing well, but so has Leon. They've both got good speed, so it's going to be a tall order for Jason to find a way past Leon Flint here. Chad Wirtzfeld just coming into the picture there at the back. He's hot on their tail as well. He's going to want to keep pressuring Jason Edwards, so that Jason is thinking, how do I get past at the front and defend at the back? But now they've pulled away a little bit now. So Chad is going to try and keep steady in his race, pick up that third place, 2 points, and let the two out the front battle it out here. Leon Flint is going to be sat out there happy now. We don't want any mistakes here. Leon's kind of staying on the inside. Jason Edwards going out wide and cutting back, but not finding any extra drive in doing that. So it looks like Leon's got this one in the bag. Takes a sneaky little look over his shoulder just to find out where Jason is. He can probably hear him as he goes round. Ben's 3 and 4 down the home straight. The crowd are applauding. A win for Leon Flint. Second place, Jason Edwards. Chad Wirtzfeld in third. And of course, at the back there, bringing it home is Morgan Williams. Here we go. Let's have a look at the slow-mo of these two future British stars here. They've raced the British Youth Championships. They've come up through the ranks. They are making a name for themselves in this sport. And there we are, again on one wheel. And the leg over the back of the bike as well. He's in complete control. He's enjoying himself, Leon Flint. And another one. Maybe we should just do a race between Leon and Jason for who can keep the wheelies going the most. He's not surely going to pop another one down the back straight. He is. He has just got too much energy, this lad. Heat number 10. Next up then, London Loonies against the Three Amigos. So, it'd be interesting to see how they get on in this one. Ben Morley on the inside gate in gate 1 in red. Connor King, gate 3, blue. Richard Andrews in gate 2 in yellow. And of course on the outside there we can see him, a nice close-up of Scott Campos. Rejoining the Warriors halfway through the season, although I do believe he's still got his Plymouth Kevlars on there. We have to get that one changed. Connor King showing great promise. A real battler this season. He's caught the eye of quite a few people. He's certainly a trier. And he's one to go out there and find different lines, as we've seen earlier on. We just need him to stay on the two wheels and stay on the track. We don't want to see him have any more side-offs. Ben Morley, of course, in great form off the inside. Mind you, it's a tough gate, so let's see what happens in this one. Ooh, Richard Andrews there, lucky to get away without touching the tapes. Scott made a good gate. It looks like he's got round Ben Morley. It's going to be tight going down the back straight, but Ben Morley has got it on the inside, so Ben takes the lead. Scott Campos in second place, and Richard Andrews there in third. Connor King right at the back. So it's now down to Connor to try and work his way past Richard Andrews. We know he's not going to give up. Ben Morley, well, he's in the distance. He's hit the shell and he's off. So, well, not literally, he's just out winning this race for fun. So Connor King there, he's trying those different lines. Richard Andrews very solid there. He knows he's doing his job, staying in second and third position with Scott. He's picking up those 5 points. So Ben Morley, very stylish rider out front, very fast. There isn't really much more we can say about Ben. You've said it before, now you're watching it. That's where he belongs, out front. Takes a look round, sees that Connor is at the back. He's almost the length of the straight in front of him. There we go, Connor King, he's trying again. He's going up high once again. Can he get some traction to come around Richard? I think it's a bit late. It is. So, Ben Morley takes the win, followed by Scott Campos in second, Richard Andrews in third, and of course Connor King at the back. And that is how it finished in heat number 10 then. The Three Amigos taking 4 points and the London Loonies, once again, taking 5 points from that ride.
Here comes your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the race number 10. And it's your home skipper, the Warriors.
There we go. Ben takes all the claps from the fans, gives them a little bit of a wave. He's a happy man underneath that helmet as he makes his way back to the pits and gets ready for his next ride.
Second place to the London Loonies in the white helmet with Scott Campos, and third also for the Loonies was Richard Andrews. It's a 5-4 heat advantage to the Loonies over the Amigos.
Although the sun is setting here on the island, it is still a very, very warm night here. So temperatures are high off track as well as on track as well. Chad Wirtzfeld on the inside there, Ryan warming up his tyre. Another exciting race coming for us here. This is heat number 11. So on the inside gate, Chad Wirtzfeld in blue, gate 1. Leon Flint is partner of a gate 3 in red. Ryan Terry-Daley returning back to the island in gate 2 in white. And no Danno Verge on the outside. He has been excluded. Didn't make the 2-minute time allowance, which we haven't seen. But he failed to get to the tapes on time for the 2 minutes. So we are going without Danno Verge. So Ryan Terry-Daley is on his own in this one. So as long as the other two can finish, they're going to get a heat advantage, but they're going to want to take maximum points in this race whilst they can. They don't have to worry about Danno on the outside. They just have to worry about Ryan in between them. So here we are. And it's a good start from Leon Flint there off of 3. Ryan Terry-Daley getting second place. Chad on the inside there. He has a little look round there, Leon. He's pretty quick. He knows now that now he's got fresh air, he can go up high on the banking use that to his advantage, and off he goes. So really the battle is going to be whether Chad at the back there in third place can find some traction and start putting some pressure on Ryan. As we take an up-close personal look at Leon Flint here, very, very high line. Oh, he almost overcooked it there, but there's so much distance, the others can't catch him. Chad Wirtzfeld, he's having a great season, started with the Warriors in the reserve berth with a 2-point average. He's risen that, he's now at number 2 in the team. What a great debut season he's having for the Warriors, and the start of his Speedway career in British Speedway. Talking of British Speedway, Great Britain, this guy puts the great back into Britain also. This is Leon Flint, of course, very, very fast rider. I think any team would be cheered up on any night having him in the pits as well. Always smiling, always fun and games. Absolute loves coming over on the island, and has good banter with fans, referees, and anybody else that gives him time of day to have a laugh with as well. There we are, Leon Flint wins heat number 11, pulling on yet another wheelie. Ryan Terry-Daley in second, and Leon's partner there in third. We're going to take a close-up of that start once again. There we are, such control. We've talked about it before. I think every minute he can get out there on track, he is just loving riding his bikes. It doesn't matter what track it is, where it is in the country, he just wants to be on his bike, racing, riding, having a lot of fun. There we are. Okay, on to heat number 12 now. This heat is the last heat of round 4 of the races, so each team would have completed 4 rides together each. So we're going to have a little quick run through after this heat of where the scores stand, because of course it's all about getting into the semis. 2 teams are not going to make it. Is it going to be these teams? We're going to find out. Connor Coles on the inside, gate 1 in white. Chris Widman, gate 3 in yellow, his partner. Off of gate 2 in blue is Morgan Williams, and Jason Edwards on the outside, patting down that shell, looking for the starting gate. He's got the best starting gate there, the one that's performing the best tonight and last week. So he's got to be buoyant that he's going to make a good start. However, we've seen Connor Coles on the inside make some very fast starts also. So we can see Chris Widman pulling into that rut, very deep. And the tapes are up, and look at that. Chris Widman, what a start. Looks like that deep rut really worked for him. Jason Edwards completely caught out there, didn't make the gate off of gate number 4 there, but look at this, Chris Widman leads the race. This is not on the form books, but from the outside he comes right round, and Jason Edwards overtakes Connor Coles, Coles coming right back underneath Jason there, pushing him wide down the back straight. Jason is not giving up, but Connor has got in second place. Back again, Connor overcooks it, Jason on the high line. Look at this, can he find that way round? Oh, it's so tight on that home straight. Connor almost locks up once again. Look at this, what a fantastic race we're seeing here. Jason Edwards didn't make the start, but he managed to overtake Connor Coles there. He's now got his sights on Chris Widman. 1 more lap to go. Chris, you're going to have to go a bit quicker, buddy. And that's not good enough, because Jason's come right the way around the outside of you as well. What a heat we're seeing here. Honestly, if you need to watch Speedway, you need to come to the Isle of Wight. Most Thursdays, well, we live the Speedway down here on the Isle of Wight. Fantastic, look at that. Let's give it up for Jason Edwards. What a ride that was, what a win that was. Jason Edwards for the Stamford Bridge Renegades. He takes the win. In second place, Chris Widman, and in third place, Chris Widman's partner, Connor Coles. There we go, the handshakes. Wow, let's take another look at some of these overtaking moves. That was the first one. That was him overtaking Connor Coles. Connor slightly locks up a little bit there. No, he takes him wide, gets him back, and of course, right the way around the outside. Chris Widman staying low. Jason had the drive off the outside, and he takes him. Look at that. Fantastic ride, fantastic racing, and well-deserved a round of applause there from the crowd. Great racing, Jason. Okay, let's have a recap of the scores then. The Three Amigos are sat on 19 points. Scott Campos and Richard Andrews, the London Loonies, defending champions, on 22 points. Keen's Warriors, 20 points. The Surrey Sliders, they're down on 15 points. 15 points also for Stamford Bridge Renegades, and 17 for the Wight Spitfires. So 4 teams go through to the semi-finals. 2 teams are going to get knocked out. Who is going to go through? Well, we're going to find out in the next 3 races as we go in now to heat number 13, which sees the Surrey Sliders versus the London Loonies. Here we are, Danno Verge off the inside in gate number 1. Hopefully he's got his bike's problem sorted out as he comes to tapes. Ryan Terry-Daley off a 3 in red. Scott Campos, white, gate 2, and Richard Andrews right on the outside in yellow. So we mentioned earlier on, Danno didn't make it to tapes last time. Hopefully he's got himself sorted out now. He's taking a look down though. He's still not worried about his bike. No, he's okay. We're good to go here. Look at the crowd there. Woofy, woofy, woofy. 108. There we go. Big Speedway fan there. And away they go. Ryan Terry-Daley and Richard Andrews very close there. Terry-Daley's decide to stay on the inside line. And look at that. He pulls away in first position with the London Loonies, both of which are right behind him, either side of him. My word, look at this. Richard Andrews right the way around the outside of Ryan Terry-Daley. So Richard takes the lead then. Scott Campos, he's not finished. Oh, maybe he is. He takes a slide off. Very unusual to see Scott fall on his own there, so we hope he's okay. We can't see him on picture at the moment. Is the race going to continue? No, the red flags are out. Richard Andrews there was leading that one when it was stopped. Let's hope that Scott is going to be okay. He's looking down there. He's looking in a bit of pain, a little bit of a worry there. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Let's have a close-up look at this again. He's all on his own. Maybe went in a bit hard, couldn't turn the bike, and just slid it down there. He's absolutely fine, and he rides back to the pits with his mechanic. There we are. Good to see Scott back up on his bike and on his way back to the pits. Unfortunately, he got excluded from this one. So Richard Andrews is going to have to go out here and do it all himself against Ryan and Danno. The good thing is that the London Loonies have built up a good points tally already. So not too much pressure on Richard at the moment, but if he comes in third place, maybe it'll put the pressure on the team. However, in the rerun, gate number 1, Danno Verge, his partner in 3 off of red, Ryan Terry-Daley. No Scott Campos off of gate number 2. He's excluded, and of course Richard Andrews, the lone rider on the outside for his team also. So let's see if Richard can make a good start and go around these boys, or is Danno Verge normally a fast starter? Danno hasn't quite managed that today, but look at those ruts there. Very, very, very deep as they pull into them, ready for the start of this race. Oh my word, Danno Verge not getting away at all this time. Richard Andrews though, it was a bit different for him. He is away and he is pretty much gone down the back straight there, leading heat number 13. Richard Andrews way out in front with Ryan Terry-Daley in second and Danno Verge in third place. No fourth rider in this one, so Richard then doing the business for his London Loonies team. Very confident out here after winning last year's meeting. It was a cracking meeting last year. We got a great one again this time. Certainly a good fixture in the calendar for the Isle of Wight Speedway, having this here, the best pairs. So Richard Andrews out in front, Ryan Terry-Daley in second place, and Danno Verge in third. We talked earlier on about Richard Andrews having a great season down at the Plymouth Gladiators this year. Got some great scores for them. Maybe he could be a little bit more consistent. I think he would say that in his own words as well. Sometimes he's had a couple of results without too many points, but he's made up for it in others as well. And he's certainly making up for it here as well. He takes the win then in heat number 13. The lone rider there for the Loonies, it is Richard Andrews. In second place, Ryan Terry-Daley, and third place for 5 points with the team is Danno Verge. Little slow-mo of the first bend there, and of course Richard Andrews going around the first and second bends here on the island. So that win from Richard Andrews secures his team's place in the semi-finals. So the London Loonies are through to the semi-finals of this meeting here tonight. Moving on to heat number 14, and we see on the outside there Ben Morley in fine form, Morgan Williams there from the Wizards coming in to take the place of Shaun Tedham, who still hasn't made it over to the island, by the way. Heat number 14, Jason Edwards on the inside, his partner Morgan Williams off of gate 3, Connor King gate 2 in yellow, on the outside Ben Morley in white, gate number 4. So Jason Edwards, he said it earlier on, one-man band, but plenty of respect for Morgan. Let's see if Morgan can pick up a point or two here. It's great experience for Morgan, but in this competition where you do need to be in the point scoring positions, it's very, very hard, but Jason's certainly doing his best, as is Morgan. So let's see how this one shapes up. Heat number 14. Oh, Morgan seemed to get sucked into the tapes, but didn't touch him. So Ben Morley making a good start, and he is out front. Jason Edwards chasing in second with Connor King behind him in third place. Now you can see the riders really starting to make use of the high line here. The dirt is starting to move out, especially on Ben's 3 and 4. We can see the difference there. Last week's meeting, the nice challenge when we had Steve Worrell and Paul Stark and some of the other championship boys in, they were going so wide on this track. So these guys are really putting that to use this week. They've seen how it's done, and they're now right out there as well, gaining as much traction as they can get. But Jason Edwards, try as he might, he just can't make any ground off of Ben Morley. Ben is very, very fast here on the island. Having said that, he has. So commentators curse maybe, I don't know. But Jason is finding some form. But there we go. There's your 1 and 2 in this race here. Heat number 14. That is very wide. Jason almost touches the safety fence there. But across the line, Ben Morley takes the win in heat number 14. Jason Edwards is second, and Connor King in third, which gives the Three Amigos 6 points and 3 points to Jason Edwards' team, the Stamford Bridge Renegades. The Renegades are going to be watching this last heat to see whether they can get through to the semi-finals or not. It's all on this last qualifying heat, heat number 15. So they'll be watching it, and so will we.
White, representing the Amigos, Ben Morley. Ben's winning time 71.6. Ben headed home.
Ben Morley there, always a professional rider here on the island. He turns up early. His kit is always immaculate. Very, very good equipment that he brings with him. So always a good ambassador for the sport and for the Warriors here on the island as well. So a great captain to have in your team.
Amigos 25. Heat 15 coming up next, and the 2-minute time allowance is on.
All eyes are on track now for the last of the qualifying heats. Then heat 15, which sees Connor Coles in red off gate 1, his partner Chris Widman in blue off of gate 3. Leon Flint, gate 2 in white, and his partner Chad Wirtzfeld off the outside gate in yellow. So the other riders in the pits are watching this also. We know that the Stamford Bridge Renegades, Jason Edwards, Morgan, they are watching this. They need Keen's Warriors here to do them a favour if they want to get into the semi-finals. And of course it is all about the semi-finals and finals. Once you get through to those, it doesn't matter what you've done in the meeting starts again as far as you're concerned to get into that final, and then it's a straight shootout for the final. So here we are then, let's see how this one's going to pan out. Heat number 15, is Chad going to make the start off of the outside? Is Chris Widman going to make a new start again, or is Leon Flint going to pull some more wheelies? Let's have a look. Chris Widman, there we are, pops out along with Leon Flint. Chris goes up high, Leon on the inside. Chris loses a bit of ground there, but it's okay because his teammate Connor Coles is on the inside. So they're sat in second and third position, which is exactly where they need to be. This will see them through to the semi-finals. So out front, Leon Flint winning this one by a country mile already. Chad Wirtzfeld at the back going on the inside line, but he's not picking up the speed. Connor Coles doing everything he can to try and catch Leon Flint. Different lines they're taking. Leon is going into the top corners on the outside and staying out there, whereas Connor's going in on the inside and drifting out wide. So it's interesting to see who's gaining the speed off of that. Here we are, let's see how they do it this time. There we go, Connor on the inside, he'll drift out. Leon stays out there. Seems to be working for Leon though, so Leon with the better line there, but Connor has not given up. Starting to get a little bit dusty now. We did see it sort of come in. They did a great work on the track to be able to keep the dust down for this amount of time. Of course, when it's very hot, all up and down the country, every track is struggling. However, Chad Wirtzfeld making a move on Chris. Chris holds on in the end. So Leon Flint then, your winner of heat number 15. He gives the thumbs up to Connor Coles. A great race, lads, especially off those corners 3 and 4. Chris Widman holds on for 3rd place, and at the back there is Chad Wirtzfeld. So that's it. Team positions are sorted out now. We know who are going through to the semi-finals. We are going to say goodbye to Stamford Bridge Renegades, Jason Edwards, great effort. Morgan Williams, great to see him racing. And we're also going to say goodbye to the Surrey Sliders, which is a surprise from Ryan Terry-Daley and Danno Verge. But however they go home, we've still got 3 more heats. Let's head back over to the pits then, have a word with 1 or 2 of the riders and get their views on how the evening's going.
Warriors, Leon Flint.
One of my best ones, like arse cheek on the left and just I went past that door on the computer and he's like...
Jason, great race there. You just didn't quite pip him at the end there, but what a night you've had. Unfortunately, I don't think you made the semi-finals.
Yeah, 1-man band, but no, I mean Morgan gave his best, and that was all we expected from Morgan. But like that last one, that was close to the air ends, I have to say, and I've never been that close before. So as you hit it, but luckily it was like a little berm, so you kind of hit it and then pull away from it. But yeah, that was kind of on the edge. It'd have been nice to beat Ben, but yeah, Ben just got the start and he rode the right line. So
well, last week, of course, we saw Stevie Worrell, Paul Stark here. You were right behind them. You saw the line they were taking. So maybe you learned a lot last week, and you trying it yourself this week.
Yeah, they were clipping those boards, but yeah, it's just the way they're that much little bit. Their technique's just that much better, and going in the bends and that type of thing. But all little bits that over years you gradually pick up and that type of thing.
Enjoyed it tonight?
Yeah, I mean the whole meeting was good. Everyone was quite laid back and no like seriousness or anything like that. But yeah, it was always going to be a difficult task being on my own. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I've got to say, I'm behind the camera tonight and I was zooming in on you on the back straight. You were trying to pop the wheelies, but it wasn't quite happening for you tonight.
Yeah, I'm running out of practice tonight. I need to go right out a couple more times, but no.
Great racing tonight, Jason. As always, we love you here on the island. So take that form on to your next meeting.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be on the hot seat of the week. Mine and Ben one's on the Connor Coles one, and I can watch that one there. But yeah, no, thank you.
You're on the way to the semi-finals. It's almost start again from fresh now, isn't it?
Yeah, the tyres are pretty ripped up as it's quite dry, but yeah, it's the best the track's been here when I've been here, and yeah, there's been some quite good races, so hopefully there'll be more to come.
And you're enjoying this pairs format?
Yeah, it's I done this last year and I really enjoyed it. You know, it's a perfect time to try engines, try different setups, and yeah, I'm just changing everything, after every single ride, and it seems to be working. So yeah, can only.
And you're enjoying your speedway at the moment in both leagues?
Yeah, I think that's what I was struggling to do. I think I need more of these kind of meetings, because you can see in the way I'm riding and stuff like that, and I'm just enjoying myself. I'm not being cocky. I'm just loving riding my bike.
You certainly entertain the crowd. You're on one wheel more than you are two at the end of the races.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite things about bikes. I just love love being on the back wheel and stuff like that, and it entertains the crowd. So yeah, like I say, I'm just really enjoying my racing at this moment now, and yeah, hopefully this can be a turning point.
Great stuff.
Oh, your foot as well.
I'll beat that out, don't worry.
Oh, I sent it, so that was funny.
Blue.
Good lad.
Just to confuse everybody.
Right, so well, it's fun and games here on the island. It's fun and games in the pits. Leon Flint enjoying himself, of course, and so are the mechanics and all the riders in the pits tonight. Okay, so moving along, semi-final number 1. This is where it starts to happen here. It will get intense. Chris Widman on the inside in gate number 1 in yellow. His partner Connor Coles in gate 3 in white. Richard Andrews, defending champion, in gate 2 off of blue, and Scott Campos, his partner, in red off of gate number 4 there. So tension is building now. They certainly do not want to be touching the tapes or getting excluded or sliding off here, because if you do that, you're pretty much out. So it's very, very important to get that second and third positions, if not a win. So let's see how the team riding comes into play here. Scott and Richard, of course, very well ridden at this level in these meetings before. They've got great success, as we know. Let's see what happens here. And tapes are up. Connor Coles has made a fantastic start, but Scott Campos trying to go around the outside. No. Connor drifts out. He's looking for his partner. Chris Widman is on the inside. Chris gives up third place there, but this is still enough to see them through to the finals. They will knock out the defending champions. If this stays as it is, Richard Andrews is going to have to make a move on Chris Widman. He has to come through into third place, otherwise they are going home and are not going to take the trophy back. Here we are, the battle is at the back now. All eyes are on this battle here. Richard Andrews is going to go out wide, so is Chris. Richard has got the speed going down the home straight. Couple more laps then. Can Chris hold his nerve? This will see them through to the final as Richard Andrews takes the inside. Has Chris got the grip? No, he hasn't. Richard has overtaken him or undertaken him. And this means that the London Loonies will once again be in the final if things stay the way that they are at the moment. Connor Coles has a way in front, out the front. He is long gone, but that is going to mean nothing if Chris Widman cannot fight back here. He unfortunately gave away that position, and although he goes in hot there, it is not going to be enough. The London Loonies are once again going through to the final as they cross the line. So the winner of the semi-final one is Connor Coles. He was followed home by Scott Campos. In third place was Richard Andrews as we take a look once again. First of all, Scott Campos goes past Chris Widman, and then on the inside of turn number 2, Richard Andrews gets the grip to come through and book their place in the final. Chris Widman is going to be bitterly disappointed that he couldn't hold on to that position in that one as they give up the ghost and they go home as the London Loonies once again find themselves in the final. The Keen Warriors are up against the Three Amigos then in semi-final number 2. Chad Wirtzfeld on the inside gate. He'll be coming into picture very shortly. Leon Flint is partner gate 3 in white. Connor King off the gate number 2 in blue. And of course the fast starting Ben Morley on the outside in red. Once again, it is very important that you pick up at least second and third places as a team. Chad there on the inside warming up his tyre. Look at the rut there, look at that. The wheel was almost disappearing into the track. Connor King there, gate number 2. He knows just how important this is. He's going to want to get a start over Chad on the inside. There we go. Look at that wheel from Chad dropping back down into that rut, that starting rut. He obviously feels that's the place to be. And Ben Morley comes to the tape. So, eyes down then. Leon Flint in third. Let's see what happens here. The gate's up and Ben Morley has got a flyer away from gate number 4. Leon Flint in white is second. Connor King is behind him and he's looking back for him as well. He knows, let Ben go. Just make sure that you stay with Connor King and you stay together. And you boys are going to go through to the final. However, said that, Chad Wirtzfeld is putting pressure on Connor. So, great race developing here. Chad Wirtzfeld at the back is putting a lot of pressure on Connor King here. And he knows if he can just overtake Connor, he is going to book their place into the final. Not quite close enough yet though. Looks like Connor is holding on. Maybe this is going to apply some pressure to Connor. Might make him make a mistake maybe. Chad goes out a little bit wider, tries to find some extra grip around the outside as they go down the back straight, but it looks like things are going to stay the way they are. Ben Morley in control out of front. Leon Flint chasing him. A bit of distance opening up now. And once again, I think all eyes, although we're missing the action, here we are, we're back with it, right at the back here, and a lift from Connor King. Look at Chad going out the inside here. Oh my word, he's lost it. Connor King has lost it. He's gone into the fence. We've got to see another replay of that. He lifts coming out of bend 2. That gives Chad a lot of speed. He sees the opportunity, and Connor King slides off down there.
We see
First and foremost, we hope that Connor is okay after that nasty looking crash that we're seeing up close here. We're slowing it down for you. It looks very nasty, the bike there all over the safety fence. We have heard that Connor did get up. He is fine. There was nothing broken, only a bit of pride, and he walks away back into the pits for another race, another day. Heading into the final then, it is all on this race. It doesn't matter what has happened earlier on in the meeting. It's all on this one race. So the final looks like this. We've got Chad Wirtzfeld off of gate 1 in yellow. Off of gate 3, Leon Flint in white. We have Richard Andrews off gate 2 and Scott Campos on the outside, the defending champions of this meeting from last year. They do not want to be going away from the island tonight without their trophies. They've been gathering dust in their trophy cabinets, so they want to replace them right back in that spot where they feel they belong. However, they have got to cope with Chad and Leon. Now, Leon, we know, is a very fast starter. He's been riding very well tonight, and Chad has been in amongst the mix. If Chad can get out of the gate, it's going to cause them problems. Let's see the final of the Best Pairs 2019. And the tapes go up. It's Leon Flint who's got the drop. Chad Wirtzfeld has been left at the gates, and the London Loonies are packing in the points in second and third. That's all they need to do to take away the bacon in this meeting here. Let Leon go. Let him go. Scott Campos on the outside. In second, we got Richard Andrews on the inside. In third, that's where they need to stay to be able to win this meeting. Leon, look at the style. He's looking back. He's hoping that Chad can find a way through, but it's not happening at the moment. Chad, who's just off our screen, he is trying as hard as he can, but he just cannot make the ground on Richard. There he is at the background. So, barring mechanical failures here, it looks like things are going to stay this way. The London Loonies are riding themselves back into the trophy positions here to take away those trophies and be the champions once again. In second and third, also Richard Andrews there having a bit of a moment on the third bend. We thought he was going to lose it there. Leon riding for fun out the front there. There's nothing more that boy can do. He's even popping wheelies in the race now. Look at this. So for the last time, round bends 3 and 4. Yes, we have a winner of the final in Leon Flint, but the real eyes are going to be on second and third. He gives a punch into the air, Scott Campos. The London Loonies once again take the win here on the island for the 2009 Best Pairs Championship. Leon Flint was the winner of that race. He takes the win. We had Scott Campos in second, Richard Andrews in third. That's all they needed to do. And the unfortunate Chad Wirtzfeld at the back of the pack there just couldn't find a way through. He was left at the tapes, as we can see here. The other three got going, and once Leon was out in front, they needed to stay in second and third. The punch in the air, as we see, Leon's pulling another wheelie. Well, why not? And it's time to hand over to Rob Dyer as he presents the winners with their trophies and a few interviews with the lads that have been out here racing tonight. Don't forget, if you want to see some good speedway, let's come over to the Isle of Wight most Thursdays during the summer holidays. But for now, thanks ever so much for joining us. Let's hand over to Rob Dyer and have a word with some of the riders before the presentations.
Take a photo of me, give it to Richard.
Here's Leon. This is Leon Flint, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Winner of the final race, Leon. This meeting came around at short notice for you, and I think it was probably about 9 o'clock last night that you got the word.
Yeah, I was at Somerset last night, and they phoned me up to ask if I can do it, and I was never going to say no. I love the track here, I love the people here. I really enjoy it here, as you can probably see. Yeah, it was a good night. I've tested a lot of stuff with my bikes, etc. And I'm really just starting to enjoy my racing now, so hopefully this can start it.
It's been a good season for you so far, because not only have you been racking up the points with Berwick and with the Bellevue Colts, but you were included in the GB Under-21 setup last week in that World Team Cup final, and that must have been a fantastic experience for you.
It was phenomenal, how much support we had, and you look at the last couple of years with the Under-21 team, and we wasn't doing that great, but we had 2 16-year-olds, a 17-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 19-year-old, and we came second in the world against all the other 21-year-olds. So this is just a start.
I know you like it down here on the island, and it's absolutely fantastic to see you ride here, Leon. We know how good you are around this track, and I'm sure the fans here will want to say congratulations and well done to Leon Flint, everybody. Leon Flint. If I could slide in between you two guys and have a word with Chad. Chad, how'd you find that out there tonight?
It was tough. It was nice to get a few points. I felt like my starting was better today, but had a few other issues. Need to get them sorted, and after that it should be good.
You came into the side for the Warriors at just a 2-point average, and the new averages out have put you up into the team at the difficult number 2 position. But I guess you take it as a learning curve, and every time you go out there you take a little bit more from each race.
Yeah, it's a tougher spot, but it'll be nice to race against some of the better riders, so I can improve a lot more, and then hopefully raise my average a bit more, and then just keep improving from there.
We know that you do a lot on the grass as well. Have you got any more commitments on that coming up?
Yeah, actually, Saturday I'm at Wimborne for the Wimborne Whopper.
So you can promote that.
Yeah.
It's a long day, mate. What time, where is it, and how much is it to get in? Nothing for you, I suppose.
Well, there's two meetings. There's my meeting, which starts at 11, and then they have to have a break. There's a wedding, and then there's the night meeting, which is there's a really good lineup for the night meeting, which starts at 7:30. I think it's in Corfmullen, but I don't know how much it is to get in.
No, well, it's a good meeting, everybody. It's under floodlights, which is quite unusual. All the Speedway boys are there. If you want to get along to Wimborne, look it up. It's the Wimborne Whopper. It's a fantastic grass event. And Chad's going to be there, so I'm sure you'll be giving him a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Wirtzfeld. Let's go, Rich. Rich. Started off with a bit of a dodgy ankle at the start of the season, but that's repaired itself now, and you're back on track and going quite well.
It's repaired itself just yet. It's still a bit dodgy. Yeah, no, I fell on the stairs outside the house the other day and made it a little bit worse, but yeah, no, it's getting better.
You've got an affinity with this meeting because having won it last year, you come back with Scott and you picked up another one, and you must be enjoying your trips around the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, it's a nice track to come and ride, nice smooth. And obviously it's got a little bit of dirt on, so if you do need to make a move, then you can make the move, but yeah, it's good to come visit, yeah.
And good season down at Plymouth. I know it's a bit stop-start with things that have happened down there, but you're looking forward to a big finish down there.
Yeah, but fingers crossed. Obviously we've had numerous amount of injuries, which doesn't help it out with the team-wise, but we're all pushing 110%. So.
Every team's the same. Ladies and gentlemen, he always does well here, and I'm back next week.
Yes, back next week.
Back next week for the fours, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see him again then. It's Richard Andrews. That's a quick turn. Scotty, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
You like this trophy as well, don't you?
Yeah, you know, it's a meeting it's just enjoyable racing. There's no pressure, and you know, it's just a good time to have a bit of fun on the bike. No pressure, and you can do what you can do.
It's a bit of a funny format, isn't it, with 4 for a win and 3 and 2, and you've got to think about what you're doing out there, but I guess you two guys had a chat along the way and you knew what you needed to do in that final.
Not just fun, but all night, you know, we just knew no last places, and we eventually get to the final, and that's how it worked out. And so we got out in front, it was all great, good, but you know, we had a game plan with no last places, so it worked out.
And I bet you're delighted to be back on the island and one of your favourite tracks.
Yeah, absolutely, no, it's no secret, this is my home, and I love the place, so it's really good to do that.
It's great to see him back, isn't it, everybody? And it's great to see these guys picking up trophies as they entertain us. So say well done to Richard and to Scott. And we do have some trophy presentations to take place. And who's coming forward? Grant, come here. You can't give me. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is Grant Packham. He's a fan from Eastbourne. Right. But he's a Speedway fan first and foremost, and he comes to the island. He was here when the Eastbourne Eagles came over last year and the years before, and you enjoy your trips to the island, don't you, Grant?
Oh god, yeah, I love it. It's good, good night out, to be fair. It's family orientated, like major. Like when I'm older, I'm going to take my kids here easily. Get them to like get on the track. That's awesome. I wish I was doing that when I was a kid.
You could have done it next time you come over. We'll certainly leave a space for you. No problem at all. And tell us about your Eastbourne Eagles. They're having a good year.
Yeah, we're doing all right. I know it's a bit of a jump. The team, like, I feel sorry for Ben because you know, commiserations to like we do love him, but it's up to the team. I guess the team manager to make the move. Yeah, it's a big step. We just got to crack on, I guess, and win at home and do what we can away with pants away. But yeah, win at home and just finish the table and just go from there, build on it.
Well, it's a great atmosphere you've got down at Eastbourne. Crowds are increasing, racing's good, the service is good, and all looking positive down in Sussex. And tonight you can present the trophy, if you wish to Richard Andrews.
Yeah.
And there we go. Cheers, Grant, thank you. And now we've got a trophy to give to Scott. And this gentleman, I'm afraid I don't know your name, sir, but I do know it's your birthday today. Is that true? A couple of days ago. Okay, well, a belated happy birthday. Thanks for coming down. take a few photographs, and I'll just quickly have a word in a moment.
Yes, I didn't know Ben had gone.
And I notice you've got a Jason Edwards jacket on, and you must be delighted with what Jason's been up to this year. Brilliant tonight, almost top scorer, and certainly piling it up for Mildenhall, and he's going to be piling it up for Eastbourne in the weeks to come.
Yep.
You heard it first here, everybody. Jason Edwards going to be a world champion. Thank you very much indeed. One final award to the team manager and to Sarah Elliott. Here we are, photograph time. Lovely, lovely. Thank you all very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed your Speedway this evening? You're coming back next week? Are the Warriors going to win?
Yeah.
That's right they are. Thanks very much for your time, everybody. Hope you've had a great evening here at the Speedway. Go safely home, and we'll see you back here at the Smallborough Stadium next week for the 14th tournament. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks, guys, and thanks, everybody.